Going live, and I'm still going live. I think I'm live. And I failed to give the right link to this stream here. I'm trying to figure out how to get everybody over here because they're all in a different live chat right now. I think I set up something wrong on the back end when I first set up this scheduled event earlier this morning. So let me see if I can rope some other people in here. It looks like there's one person here, and welcome. Thanks for bearing with me. Let me grab everybody else to where we're at right now. Here's the link. All right. Go there, everybody. Go there, please. Ed. Hey, Ed. Thanks for coming to hang out, Ed. And looks like there's 5 other people figuring out where to go because I blew it again. You know, there's some weird stuff on the back end for YouTube. They have this is the webcam version, but they also do this like mirrored streaming thing that I just need to spend some time and learn what that's all about, because you have to use like another program, and then it's nonsense. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I'm sorry that this is this wasn't working as smoothly as I would have liked. Today we're going to talk about this mystery box, and it's been a lot of work, and I'm so pumped about this mystery box, and I can't wait to tell you guys and answer questions about it. So I'm so glad that you're here. It looks like there's a good amount of people coming to hang out, and really glad to see all of you. Ed, Aaron, Bill, Jojo, and L. Johnson, Light Treason, a lot of familiar faces. It's great to see you guys. First things first, not the most important thing today, because the most important thing that we're going to talk about is helping healthcare heroes, which is something that we've talked about in these chats before. Second most important thing, help me choose a beverage to drink. This is not our standard drink and leather, but I did bring 2 choices of beers for you to choose from. So I've got this beer that I found at the store called Bold Dog Beer Company. And I picked it because I like dogs a lot. And they had all different dog types on the cans. Colassus is the name of this beer. This is a Belgian quad with molasses, Quadlassus. And the other beer is another local Chicago beer brewery called Maplewood. This one's called Endless Color, which is kind of a cool name. And it's a hoppy wheat ale. So what do you think? A hoppy wheat ale from Maplewood or a Belgian quad with molasses? By the way, I drank one of these the other night and I was pretty drunk. And then I realized why, as I was just looking at the can, it's 9%. So that's a dangerous thing. What do you guys think? Which one should I drink? Quad. And Aaron says wheat. Ooh, I'm 1-1. All right, I'll let the vote settle there. My diesel boots are upstairs. I don't want to grab them, but they're awesome. I had, it's funny about those diesel boots, Cliff, is I had a plan to alternate between my Shell Vibergs and the Grandstone diesel boots, and I was. But with some of the event stuff I was doing, I had to work a bit more at home, and I ended up wearing the diesel boots more often. So I actually have had a hard time getting away from them because they're just so comfortable. I've been really enjoying those Grant Stone's diesel boots, and I think it's just because they fit perfectly. Oh, by the way, to my right, that's my sort of weird window collection of a lot of Ashland wallets that I like to look at every now and then, which I'm sure everybody has a nice leather wallet window at their home. But so which beer? I think I'm gonna go with the quad. Let's go hard or go home. I'm already home. So what are you guys drinking? Let's get a shout out from where everybody's from. I'm in my basement in Chicago. I live in a neighborhood called Logan Square. So where are you guys all at? What are you drinking? All right. What's happening? San Diego, Charlotte, Sailor Jerry and Coke in Nashville. Nice. Man, I'm going to single out San Diego. I just love San Diego, and you guys have exceptional beer out there. So cheers to you in Charlotte. Cheers to you in San Diego, Nashville. Uh, Somebody used to live in Logan Square. Cheers to Lafayette, Norwich Park. Is it Norwich or Norwich Park? New Jersey, New Lenox, Myersdale, Atlanta, Nashua, uh, Bradenton. Never heard of that. Vodka Lime though. Orland Park. Good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. Cheers. Let's get into this thing. And thanks again for dealing with my shenanigans on the two live streams. I got to figure this out. I'll do some work on that so we won't have this happen again. And if you watch some of the earlier live stream stuff I did, I had the same exact problem. And it was like one time I ever like tried to promote it. So I promoted this thing that didn't exist and I felt really terrible. San Jose, Oak Harbor, good to see you guys. And thank you so much for coming to hang out. Let's talk about Makers United Mystery Box. We've done a mystery box event a few times before in Ashland, and it was sort of like on a whim for me. I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. Honestly, the first time we did it, I didn't have any other inclinations other like, let's try this. It might be the kind of interesting thing to do. And the response that we had on that over a year ago was crazy. I think we sold all of them. I believe the first time they all sold out in like 17 minutes or something, which is nuts. And we did it again and they sold out really fast. So it seems like people really like this idea of getting a mystery box of stuff that they don't necessarily know. One of my thoughts with that was like, I hate to be ripped off. So I had read a comment from a person in one of the announcement videos I did where they said something like, oh, I got burned on a mystery box before. Don't really want to get burned again. And yeah, that's awful. So I approach these mystery boxes in a completely different way. I think of these as more of like, hey, if I can make a box that's worth more than you paid for it, then I think no matter what, you're going to like it. That's my thought process. So all of these boxes that are going live tomorrow, by the way, at noon Central Time, all of them are worth well more than the purchase price. We're trying to make minimum values when we pack these. We have it set at our shop right now. So for example, the $100 box, which will be the least expensive box, is a bronze box. That lowest price point is $100, but we're putting at least $150 in there. So some of them are well over $150 and it's like 7 items. So you're not just getting like one $150 item, you're getting like a bunch of awesome stuff. And you might have seen a little bit of those things in the video I put up this morning where I was going through some of the stuff that's going to be hidden in the boxes. And then there's a bronze, silver, gold, and now we're doing a diamond tier. And the diamond tier is dramatically more expensive than all the rest. And that's because there's items in there, like a watch cost $1,500 that I bought and I'm putting it in this box. So that's sort of the floor where we are at for pricing. The diamond boxes, there's only a couple of them too. So the stuff in there is just like really, really expensive, and they're going to be a ton of them. And then it kind of goes down from there. So most expensive, $1,500. The gold box is also really nice. It's $500, and we're talking about $800 value for that. The silver is $250, and I think we're going to value that at $400. And then its bronze is $100 and $150. So everything is worth way more than the purchase price, and I like pumped about it. And it's one of those things where, as a business, it like doesn't make sense to do what I'm about to do, especially because I'm buying all these products from these other brands, and they're just sort of like putting them in there. So part of what I'm trying to do is to make you all more aware of all these other brands and trying to support those makers in the same process. And we're going to give 10% of all the sales to a Healthcare Heroes Fund at the University of Chicago. So I just feel really good about it. It's like, you're going to get something great. You're going to feel good because you supported some makers, and you're going to give money to healthcare workers. So that's sort of like this big mess of ideas that I put together into one package that we're calling Makers United. So hopefully that makes sense. But I wanted to give you like a little bit more of an idea of how I came up with this. And this is weird. Behind that TV, there's like a shower. So I was taking a shower in there, and 2 weeks ago or so, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, I was taking a shower and I was thinking about this, what we're all living through right now, being locked down and quarantined, and having a hard time going to work, having a hard time supporting our families, perhaps. It's just a different time. We were not able to spend time with each other, except for over the internet like this, which is I'm very grateful for. But I was taking a shower and I was thinking about Horween Leather Company specifically, and it struck me that they have 150 employees there that are unable to work, and that's a tragedy. And then it further struck me that my friends, the Horween family, are sitting on not only the burden of having to worry about those 150 employees that they're essentially responsible for, and not being able to do anything about it. On top of that burden, they also have this financial burden of holding millions of dollars of inventory of leather and not being able to ship it to their customers that can't accept these deliveries because they're closed down. So it's just I was thinking about Horween, and I was thinking about ways to support them in that shower, which is a common thing for me, is a shower thought. Now, I got out of there and I thought, okay, so people, and I'm assuming all of you are big Horween fans as well, and you would like to support Horween, but how are you going to do that? What's a good way for Bob Smith, living next door to me, that's a Horween fan? What's he going to do? I mean, he might like the leather. You can't really buy from them directly. So I thought the next best thing to do would be to support the people that use Horween leathers. So that got the wheels turning for this Makers United idea. I wanted to give you an outlet where you can purchase something, get a bunch of cool stuff, and support that stuff that you like in one swift move. So the first call I made was this was just recently after the Grant Stone interview. So I called Wyatt from Grant Stone. I called George from Oak Street, and I was thinking about people that use a good amount of Horween leather. And those are two local guys that I'm friendly with that I know go through a good amount of leather on their amazing shoes and boots and stuff like that. And then I started thinking, well, I've got some friends that are in retail stores, and they might have like a small online presence, like Ashland has. We're mostly online. These other stores are sort of backwards. They're more of like a clothing store in person. So I started calling some of those places, and I wanted to try to give them a money, basically. So I called up a couple stores, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to get them on board. I think they're just dealing with a little too much stuff right now. But I wanted to just straight up buy gift cards from them, with a question mark attached. Like I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I was just going to buy these gift cards and give them away. The problem with them, these particular people I was talking to, is they just didn't have any capability for these gift cards for their stores, which is kind of nuts. Hopefully they figured that out now, because that seems kind of essential. I can't believe they don't have gift cards. But anyways, it just didn't work out, and they were struggling with other complications with coronavirus and locking down and having to take care of their workers and figuring stuff out. They were just too busy to work with me. So I was trying to get retail stores in, couldn't get any. And I started thinking about all the people in the city that are using Horween leather stuff. So Chicago Comb, we make a lot of leather comb sheets for. I gave them a call. There's a company named Defy, and he makes incredible bags, not in just Horween leather, but also in wax canvas and ballistic nylon, all sorts of products that Defy makes, and they make really cool stuff. And we're very friendly with a watchmaker named Oak and Oscar. We prototyped some watch straps for them a little over a year ago. It didn't work out, but I reached out to him, and I wanted to buy watches from him to try to bring all these people together and to give you these products in like one nice box. So I've got a great group of people let's see if I can remember off the top of my head. So it's Ashland. Carpathia is another watch company. There's Chicago Comb. There's a guy, Anthony, who runs a company called Chicago Pizza Summit, and they have a big event every year here in the city. And it's sort of what I'm doing here, he does with pizza. He just brings in all the pizza from all over the place. You buy a ticket, you show up, you just eat as much pizza as you want, and they have a big party. Chicago Pizza Summit. There's Grant Stone, Defy, Oak Street, Oak and Oscar. There's a very great looking female accessories jewelry brand that I've really enjoyed looking at, and the products are great in person. Her company is Crossline. They're very fantastic. If you've purchased a wallet from me before, you may have seen our hang tag cards. That is printed by a lady in the city. She's right down the street from me. Her company is called Sterical Press, and they're participating in this as well. University of Chicago, and who am I leaving out? There's a lot of great brands that I've just been a fan of. So we've got products from all of them put together in one. But Thai Bar is huge. I can't believe I forgot Thai Bar. I was trying to go alphabetically, but the Thai Bar, I have literally hundreds of items from Thai Bar that I bought, and we're going to put in these boxes. So that was the sort of secondary motivation for what I'm doing with Makers United. Bring all the stuff together, give you a way to support everybody in one fell swoop. The more important reason was my wife was coming home from the hospital, and she was telling me how they're requiring everybody to reuse their face masks. And I said, "What are you talking about? Is that what you normally do?" She's like, "No, they're one use because they get, they get messed up with virus or disease, so they normally throw them out. But they're asking them to like put them in bags and sterilize them and just let them sit there for 3 days." So it got pretty crazy, and not only that is a lot of doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, any hospital staff, people sweeping the floor. Imagine going to work and all of your coworkers are getting sick just from trying to help other people. Um, that must be a very difficult environment to have to like wake up and go to. Um, I I don't think I could ever relate to that. I've never been in I would imagine it would feel like going to war, like going in a trench. Um, I can't imagine what that'd be like. So I was thinking about that, and you know what? That's their regular job, and for some of these people, their regular job is harder than this current situation. So that got me thinking a lot of our healthcare heroes. They're straight up heroes. Somebody that's going to put their own lives at risk to help others. I think that's the absolute definition of a hero. So I really wanted to help them. And I was asking my wife, who works at the University of Chicago Medical Center, I was asking her what a good fund would be. And she wasn't really sure. So I reached out to, I forget what her position is. She's like the director of communications for the hospital. And she recommended the Healthcare Heroes Fund to me. And that's what we're going to be contributing 10% of all the sales to. So I've got this really great product now that's coming out in less than 24 hours that hopefully you guys will pick up and support all the makers and support healthcare heroes in just one fell swoop and get a bunch of great stuff. So I don't see any negatives at all in this. I'm just couldn't be more happy. I think this is like one of the best products or projects I've done. And it's been a very big time commitment. You might have noticed I haven't been on here very much, doing my more normal daily videos. So haven't been reading the chat here, but hopefully that made sense. It's a bit long-winded. Short story is I've created a product that you can buy that gives money directly to makers in Chicago and directly to healthcare workers. And you're going to get a bunch of stuff from it that you're probably going to want. Or most likely all of it you're going to want. So that's sort of the gist of it. It's long-winded. I had a very long-winded way of describing it, but I thought the thought process behind it was, at least for me, it was interesting if how recent that shower thought was and how quickly this whole thing happened. And there's been a lot of people that have helped me here. So all those makers here in the city have been a huge support because it's not like when everybody's locked down in quarantine, it's not like it's easy for me to like get product. So it was quite an effort to speak with everybody and just to figure out what they could provide. Because a lot of these places are affected. They're shut down. You know what I forgot is stock manufacturing. They're straight up shut down. So I can't, they don't have anything. They don't have anywhere to go to get stuff. They don't have anybody to ship stuff. So I had to work with the owner to get products specifically from stock manufacturing. So it was a really, really challenging time to like do anything. let alone put it together it feels like a new company for a short amount of time here. So tomorrow at noon, you'll see our homepage is going to change over to a new branding that's going to be called Makers United. And you'll see a nice, you probably have already seen the video if you follow the channel, but I did like a promo video, different shots from the different makers and the different products, and me talking about the impact of, impacting 200 or more jobs right here in Chicago and healthcare workers. So that's going to be at the top of the page. You'll see more details about each of the boxes. And then there's images of some of the stuff that's in the boxes. And we've added some fancy swag too. Because I think the branding turned out pretty cool. There's like this fist holding lightning bolts that says, we're built for tough times. I think that's pretty cool. So I personally want that. So we built there's like a company that you can sort of outsource these things to, where they're personalized hats and shirts. And we made a poster that you can pick up on there too. They're relatively inexpensive. I think we make no money on it. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't even looked at it, but we just thought the products look cool, so we put them up there. But that's interesting too. So there's boxes, there's shirts, there's hats, and little things like that. But I think the big draw is going to be the boxes. I mean, the stuff, just to give you a sense, and I've put there's many gift cards that I've put in there for Ashland that are worth $500. So it's like nutty. It's not really a moment that I'm making any money, and it's not really about that. It's supposed to be about just coming together, just doing something good. So what do you guys think? You have any questions about Makers United or the mystery box in general? I can't believe I forgot about stock manufacturing. That's the other thing. It's been so pleasant in this like really dark time to just go around and meet all these different owners and different makers. That's probably the coolest part, is just getting to go and talk to all those people that I've never met before that are in a similar situation to Ashland, and get to talk to them about how they started and where they're at now, and even what it's like to deal with the there's a payroll protection program going on right now through the government that's pretty messed up. So it's interesting to talk to these businesses. I just realized who else I forgot. I forgot Dark Matter Coffee, and I can't believe I forgot Dark Matter. Marco, thank you, Marco. Yeah, Marco, I forgot Dark Matter. Dark Matter makes probably the best coffee. I think it's Dark Matter and Intelligentsia in Chicago here that are the two top roasting places. So I got a chance to go down to they call it the Mothership, where they roast all their coffee, and I got to take a look around at what they do at Dark Matter. It's pretty cool, especially because I've been a fan. So it's just great to go meet all these companies in person. Selfishly putting this together, that's been a real joy for me. Let's see what you guys are saying. Bill says the mystery box sounds great, but small businesses surviving this is pretty cool too. I'm not sure what you mean by that second part, but yeah, mystery box is actually great. It's pretty sweet. Andrew, what's going on? Brian Sullivan again, says, Phil, it's amazing. Real proud to carry one of your products. Thank you so much, man. And I'm proud that you have it. It means a lot. Aaron, huge Horween fan. Bill says, would really like to see quantity of leather Horween ships in a typical week. I know it goes every corner of the world. All right. When I was working there in October, it was a little bit slower than it had been in the past, but let me give you a sense of where Horween's at. They ship on a weekly basis. A slow week is 3,000 sides of leather, which is 60,000 square feet of leather. And a good week is 6,000 sides of leather, which is 120,000 feet of leather, plus horse hides, plus a few thousand, maybe between 700 and 2,500 shell cordovan butts. So Horween is a tiny company. 120,000 feet of leather seems like a lot. To me, it seems like an insane amount. That's like well more than we would use at Ashland in a year, and they do that every week. They ship a lot of leather, but they're nothing in the world for tanneries. A lot of tanneries are 10, 100x that. Nataku Hello, good to see you. Thank you for coming to hang out. Marco, I forgot about the coffee. I can't believe I forgot about dark matter. I knew I should have made a list. I thought I could wing it. I couldn't wing it. Aaron, this is amazing. It's good to see you here. Thanks for coming to hang out. I hope you like the bass track I sent you. uh, where was I? Bill, thank you, man. It's a good Makers United mystery box is going to be. I'm kind of surprised. I will be surprised. There's 100 of them this time. I don't think we did 100 mystery boxes before. I think I'll be surprised if they sell out very fast. I know that some tiers will sell out incredibly fast. But it's 100. That's like a lot for us, and it's thousands of products. So it's going to be tough for us to pack it. That's another thing I should mention is there's two things about the boxes. They're little qualifiers. If it's if you're not in the United States, you got to talk to me like now, or send my brother Matt an email to talk about how we're going to ship you stuff, because all our website is free shipping over $50 orders. So we'll live to that for these mystery boxes, even though they're heavy and it's gonna be expensive for me to ship. I can't do that for international shipments. I can't ship you a 50-pound box. So I'm not allowing any international shipments for this unless we prearrange a way to handle the shipping. That kind of sucks. I'm sorry, but I'm already losing money on the boxes. I just don't want to spend like hundreds of dollars to ship you something that I already lost money on. The other thing is I'd like to, well, I'm going to request sort of mandatory request that you give us a week to ship these. If I get 100 orders tomorrow, it's going to be impossible for me to ship them in a day. Well, at least we've already started prepping boxes, so many of them will go out right away tomorrow. But I need at least a week to ship boxes, and that's just because of the amount of stuff I have. I have to curate them all appropriately to make the value appropriate for each of the boxes. So give us a little bit of time, but we'll make it right for you, and you're going to get something great. Marco, Marco's a Horween worker. Good to see you, man. And Marco, yes, really appreciate it. It's almost like you're supporting yourself a little bit, because this money is indirectly going to Horween. I mean, all the money that we get at Ashland, most of it goes to buying leather, and the rest of it goes to paying our people. So it's you should feel good about this. L. Johnson, thanks for checking it out. Jojo, you said you were from Logan Square before. That's crazy. This Makers United mystery box is launching tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central. I wanted to make that very clear. And this microphone's fun because if you get up to it and you kind of whisper a little bit, it sounds epic. So tomorrow at noon, I'll be putting up the new website. And what you'll see is if you're like refreshing the website at noon, you'll see a new website pop up and you'll see the mystery box and it's going to say sold out, because I'm going to be adding the quantities for each of those as soon as I make the thing live. So if you're literally spamming refresh, give it a second, because I got to go in the back end and update the units for each of the boxes. It take me 5 minutes max. So by 12:05, everything will be 100%. At F, how many mystery boxes will there be per $100 price point, $250 price point, $500 price point, etc.? Thanks. That's a really good question. Let me look at the my notes here. That's a really good question. I know that the platinum box, or the diamond box, there's only like 6. Here we go. So the current plan for amounts per box. Remember, there's 4 tiers here. So many notes. All right, so we've got 4 tiers. There's a bronze, a silver, a gold, and a platinum. I was looking at this, and when you see the words on the product pages, I think you might agree. And this might help. I'm glad that you're here now, because this is a way for you to choose now so you don't miss out tomorrow. But bronze, there's about 30 of them. Silver, which is the one I think you're going to want the most, there's 48 of them, which is why I made the most of them. Gold, there are 15 gold boxes, and there's 8 platinum boxes or diamond boxes. So it's 101 total, if that math is correct. I'm not sure why I got to 101. I wanted the goal to be 100. So here's why I think you're going to want the silver box and why I made the most of them. The if you're an Ashland fan, you're going to want the silver box at least. Like the ones above it are awesome, but like it's a lot of money, right? I get it. Like not everybody's going to be able to drop $1,500 on a box, a box of stuff they don't know what it is. I will tell you that 1,500, if you're trying to support us right now, that would mean a lot to have your support. It's a lot of money. If you're interested in this stuff, I can guarantee you're going to like what's in that box. It's awesome. But I figure most people that are shopping with us are kind of interested in spending, between $100 and $200 on one of our products. Some people have a little bit of extra cash and they might go for the shell cordovan stuff that's like 300. So here's why the silver is great: is it's $250 for that box, but we're trying to put in like I think it's like 7 items, one of which is going to be a shell item. So that's like crazy. Like the item you're getting is already worth more than what you paid for in the box. So it's like Phil's crazy deals. It's kind of how it's turning out. So hopefully that helps. There's the 4 tiers. Most of them are bronze and silver, which is I figure where most people are going to want to be. And then the gold box is also there's a lot of great stuff in the gold box. It's a $500 box. It's a lot. That's how much we were doing rounds before, and that was like our top price. And I was like, this is crazy. We're going to put so much stuff in there. It's still crazy, but like the diamond is like ridiculous. Like the original plan for this was to make them all worth double the purchase price. I just like couldn't lose that much money. So it's a pretty sweet deal. I kind of think of it as like I want to give you a deal because you don't know what it is. So that was Chris's question. That was a great question, Chris. Andrew Robinson, I remember you, Andrew, and I remember your avatar. Yeah, and I reposted something from you. You said, I'm an EMS helicopter pilot in Oregon. I shared Ashland leather key fob with the helicopter. Yes, I love that photo. And I think I shared your photo and gave you a mention. It's good to see you, man. And yes, I remember you. I'm trying to give you those little bits of detail so you know that I remember. Bill S says, thanks for the breakdown. Incredible amount of high quality material. Yes. I mean, I'm telling you, like, even the least expensive stuff in these boxes are awesome. And I can tell you also is, let me think about it. I suppose even with the women's jewelry that I have, and there's only a couple of them, because I know that a lot of you are men. I can see the analytics. I know a lot of you are men and you don't really want women's jewelry. However, I get a lot of people asking me for women's wallets because they want gifts for their wives. And I usually have to say, like, I don't have a perfect option. So this would be a great gift. Like the multiple items, I think I have 10 different items that are women's jewelry. And they're all like, I actually vetted the products out with a group of women before purchasing them. So I know that they're awesome. They really like them. Aaron says, I actually love it. I'm working hard to do right after my guitar part. You must be talking about the bass thing. I sat here with my bass and pooped that out in the 5-minute recording that it was. So we can do more of that anytime you want. It was really easy and fast. Any hint? Okay, Premal says, any hints what wallets would be in which box? It's a mystery. I don't want to sound like a dick, but let me tell you this. There's going to be a wallet, at least a wallet or card holder or multiple in each box. So if you want shell, I wouldn't look at the bronze box. If you want like awesome crazy shell, like there's going to be stuff that nobody's ever seen in these boxes. If you want crazy stuff, start looking gold or higher. It's expensive though, man. And I get that. I just want you to make a good choice here based on your finances. So if you want crazy stuff that's like mind blowing, go platinum or go diamond or gold. And if you only got a couple $100 and you really want a shell wallet and a bunch of accessories and a bunch of coupons and maybe some socks and ties and coffee, and I have so much stuff. If you want that, go with the silver box. There's a good amount of them. I'm kind of feeling like the silver box, even though there are the most of them, I think that might sell the most. But yeah, if you want a shell wallet, go silver. If you're a little bit on a budget, if you can drop some bucks, go higher. I think that's the best way to describe it. There are non-shell wallets hidden all over too. I don't think I'm going to put any shell wallets in the $100 box, the bronze box. Having said that, there's awesome stuff in the bronze box. It's super worth it. Let me see where I was here. Popcorn's good. Renee, I was IMing you. So you went with the popcorn, not the dinner. Good call. Or I think I made that call for you. Cheers. And by the way, cheers to you guys. This I brought these 2 beers, but I don't think I'm going to be able to drink them both. All right. Week or so is totally fair. Yeah, thanks, Bill. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get these together. I felt like the reason I the reason I was able to do this so quickly, not only that I wanted to, but I had a lot of help. I want to throw down a shout out to Noah Barron. And Noah has been like a literal godsend for getting this off the ground. Noah is a graphic designer. He's actually in Santa Barbara. Somebody mentioned they were from San Diego. He's just up the road from you. If you need graphic design work, let me actually link his stuff. He's done. He actually designed our website a while ago. If you like our website and you're looking for design, this guy's awesome, and he's just good to work with too. Oh, Noah's here. Hey, Noah. And Chris is there too. Yeah, Noah, man, thank you so much. And like I can't believe that you did all the work you did this quickly and dealt with me. Because it's been pretty, like, again, this felt like putting together a whole new company in 2 weeks. Noah had to do all the branding, all of the design work, the direction for it. He did a bunch of writing. Every single thing Noah did was like immediately great. And anytime, the best part about working with Noah, and I know you're right here, so it's weird to say that you're on text and I'm on video here, but the best part about working with you is these are your words that you gave to me, is the best idea wins, right? So if you present something to me, you never have an ego about it, and that's what I like the most. Is anytime I shoot something back, it's never like a weird ego battle. And hopefully you can afford the diamond box. I think a special something for you, Noah. All right, where were we? Everybody check out Noah Barron if you're looking for any graphic design or copywriting. He's exceptional at what he does, and I'm super jealous. Oh yeah, the Batman voice. Oop, I'll skip ahead. Aaron, see you later, man. Thanks for coming and hang out. Appreciate it. And it's great to see you. Where were we? Cheers from Ohio. Randy Bond, Diamond. Randy, you going for Diamond? There's only a couple of them. I can't believe what's in those diamond boxes is crazy. If you're going for diamond and you can afford it, I super encourage you. I think you'll be really happy. Ed says, thanks. I'm going in for silver. We'll try to get online early tomorrow. Great idea. Hope it's successful. I do too. You know, if it's already a success, it's been stressful doing this, but I've been really glad. I think the biggest thing, it's like all the money I paid to buy all the stuff was worth it just to go meet all these really cool makers and get to hear their story. So it's been a fun time to like going to see the coffee get roasted was really meaningful to me, and just being able to talk to the guy. So that was cool. I made some new friends, and that's all worth it. What time are the boxes dropping? So tomorrow, Thursday, at 12 p.m. Central, that's 1 o'clock Eastern time, is when we're launching all of the boxes. So you'll see on the homepage of Ashland Leather, it's ashlandleather.com. I'm going to redo the whole homepage to look like Makers United. You'll see a video at the top. You'll see a little description of what Makers United is and who you're supporting when you buy one of the boxes. Then you'll see the boxes below that. So there's 4 tiers of boxes. There's a bronze, a silver, a gold, and a diamond box. You can pick your choice there. There's also some really cool merch that, in fact, Noah Barron in the chat here designed. I'm super pumped about those. And Noah, I was talking earlier in the video here that I don't know how any of that works. Like it's an outsourced like printing company that would like put this patch on your hat, or they'll embroider stuff for you. And I literally haven't had time to read like what I just signed up for, but the products look great, so we're gonna do it. It's a little fly by the seat of your pants here. Rocking that 99% male. Yeah. Chris, good to see you, man. Yeah, I should pull up my stats again, but I think there's 0 women here right now. Actually, if there's a woman here, it's probably my wife who is upstairs spying on me from above. Oh, by the way, Laura, my wife Laura says hi. She wanted this is relevant. Laura wanted everybody to know how much it means that you guys are supporting her and her coworkers. And I want her. She's going through some stuff right now. A lot of problems in the world, right? But she wants. We're going to do a video of all the makers, and probably my wife Laura, where they're going to talk about what this means for them. So for at Ashland, here's what it means. You're creating 8 jobs, or you're helping to support 8 jobs at Ashland and all their families. So that's something that until you're a business owner, you might not think about, but like every single person that has a job has a family, and you're supporting a lot of people right there. And all the materials that we buy, everything we do that we can is in Chicago. So all the leather we use is literally down the block from my workshop. So we're supporting another 150 jobs, including Marco, who's in the chat here. So you're supporting over 158 jobs right there, plus all the other makers. So I haven't done the full math, but you're figuring at least 200 jobs that you're helping to support by buying one of these boxes. And that's a really big deal. And on top of that, you're giving money to healthcare workers, and you're getting a bunch of stuff. I don't see any negative to it. So where was I? There was Noah chat. Jojo, Noah has sold me on diamond. I don't know how he sold you. He didn't even say anything. White rhino shell is nuts. Well, I don't know if there's going to be any of that in here. Randy Bond, what's up, man? Rodrigo says you should pre-sale the diamonds right now. No, I'm not going to do that. I thought about it, but the reason I'm doing these videos and announcing it now, and we're having this chat now, is for people that are going to take enough time to come hang out with me. You're going to get all the information. You're going to know exactly what's happening tomorrow. And at 12 noon, you'll be one of the first people to get one. It is a little bothersome to me. I've been thinking a little bit about like if we get any amount of press from this, which would be nice. I'm worried that the less expensive tiers are going to sell too fast, and I want like people that are in here to get them. So that bothers me a little bit. I have had thoughts, if this goes like exceedingly well, we're going to do it again. And I know a lot of people that make really good stuff. So if we do this again, I'm going to dedicate the work to make it really special again with more new stuff and keep it fresh. And that was actually another thing, is the other times that we've done mystery boxes, it's been mostly Ashland stuff. And I figure I didn't want to do another one that's just like all Ashland stuff again. Although you probably like it, I think I can make it even better. So I want to keep doing that for you. Cobber Box has Jardinera and some old snow. Did you not know what Jardinera was until you came to Chicago? So if you can raise your hand right now, raise your hand if you don't know what giardiniera is. It's like it's like imagine if you're going to make pickles, but instead of using vinegar, you just use the oil. Giardiniera, it must be a very specific Chicago thing that I had no idea was a Chicago thing. It's super not decorative. All right, so here's how weird we are in Chicago. We're probably we're known for Chicago gangsters like Al Capone or whatever. I think the number two thing we're known for is like Chicago beef, like roast beef sandwiches, like a lot of this like American Italian stuff. All right, I'm gonna get you a formal definition of giardiniera, but I'll tell you what it is first. How do you spell it? Giardiniera. So roast beef, like a roast beef sandwich. Um, they make it a couple different ways here in the city, but a lot of times the garnish on top, which is like something you're supposed to eat with it, is kind of like hot peppers. So I suppose it's like Italian Chicago like salsa that you put on like just meat and your pizza. So there's in fact it's so popular that there's pizza restaurants here in the city that will sell you a pizza with roast beef on it and giardiniera. So here, giardiniera. What is it? So Italian giardiniera, also called satazetti under vinegar, is a common term for pickled foods. It's like pickled, but it's like oil based. Um, and usually it's pretty hot. It can be kind of not hot too. They make mild versions, but it's like peppers and olives. Olives, could be carrots, cauliflower. It's like Mexican salsa. I don't even know what they call what a Mexican restaurant would call that, where they have like the pickled cauliflower and carrots and stuff. It's like that, but not so like acidic and vinegary. It's a little sweeter and it's much like heavier and oilier. It's kind of gross, but it's also really good. No, it's not like chutney. It's big. It's like coins of carrots I'm looking at right now and cauliflower. It sounds disgusting now that I describe it. And what's a sports pepper? Yeah, dude, you're missing out on there's another thing called celery salt. So in Chicago we have hot dogs, which are like apparently famous everywhere else because there must be like ridiculous. But I think that's why they're famous. It's like there's just so much garbage on it. Like I'll look at the Nathan's hot dog eating competition in New York, and it's just like a piece of bread with like a meat on it. But in Chicago, that's like not like you haven't even started. So in Chicago, like they call it drag it through the garden. So you go and say like I want a hot dog, and then they'll say, well, how do you want it? And then you say drag it through the garden. And then they put like like a whole pickle on it and like half of a tomato. Those sport peppers, which I don't like, they're like waxy and hard and like you can't eat them. Those suck. And they'll put celery salt on it. It tastes terrible. I don't like celery salt or sport peppers. But it's like a nasty, like huge, gross torpedo of meat and vegetables. uh, that's a Chicago hot dog. So if you're ever in Chicago after quarantine, maybe you can check it out. Yeah, I mean, Chris, you're from San Diego. You put like whole potatoes on your hot dogs. Yeah, it's honestly it's really good. Funny enough, the Ashland workshop is across the street from the Vienna beef like hot dog factory where they used to make all the hot dogs. Now they just have like a food court there. It's kind of a dangerous place to work next to because they got all that stuff. I haven't been there in a while. How are you guys holding up with quarantine? You know, um, did you see this news article of there's some factory workers in Pennsylvania that are making PPE and face masks and stuff that lived at the factory for 28 days. That's crazy. And I was watching the interviews of them afterwards, and the selflessness of these people are incredible. It kind of makes me feel good about being kind of a blue collar guy myself. Um, but it's weird, like the tannery's not running. Ashland's like kind of we're running in a different way. Like our most of our machines at Ashland are transferable, so I can bring a sewing machine right behind me if I wanted to. So we've set up our team to work at home, but apparently part of the regulations or the mandate from the state is that you're allowed to go into work if you're setting up people to work at home. So if I can like cut them leather at our workshop and then like go drive it to their house, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but like we're allowed to do that. And that's kind of how we're working now. Is it's a lot of driving, which is not the best. It's just a little inefficient, but it's safe. You got to be safe. Still working, Bill. Jojo, you used to go to that place all the time. Yeah, if you've ever been to Pequod's, and Pequod's is like a really good pizza place in Chicago. It's right behind Horween Leather Tannery. If you've ever been to Pequod's, you probably smelled Horween. It's right across the river. Can't leave and sit inside. My life has never been better. Yeah, Chris. I think I'm just friends with a lot of introverted people. And I've heard quotes to the effect of, so I'll call them, "Hey man, how are you doing? I just want to check in." And they say, "I'm great." What do you mean? He's like, "This is what I've been asking for. I've been wanting to work from home for years and I'm finally able to do it. If it wasn't for people getting sick, this would be my dream." And I feel like I've heard that a lot. My band is recording we've been before coronavirus, we were recording our album in a studio, and we still have like 2 songs left to do in the studio, and we're actually more productive working on the album on Zoom chat, which is really interesting. I think we're just like less distracted on internet cam. PJ picked up a new hobby during quarantine, started trying leatherworking. Nice. Are you doing let me help you with that. When I first there's an author named Stolman. When I first started teaching myself to hand sew leather, there's a book named by Stolman called The Art of Hand Sewing Leather. And they sold it with Tandy Leather, sold it as a kit. Stohlman. This is the book I used to teach myself. I'll just drop a link. Oh, Primal. Primal reminded me of something. And I'll come back to their comments. I've been thinking about giving away my raw shell Herbie that I wore for a year that people seem to like. That might be in one of the boxes. But down here, all that stuff is new. What ended up happening was I would take stuff home. When I was still working full time at Horween, I would take stuff home here to make videos on this desk of our different products, and I would just like forget to bring them back. So now I have a collection of cool stuff. I have I think I do have some stuff over there. I'm just kind of too lazy to go get it. There's not a lot of great patina stuff I have down here other than the wallet I've been wearing, which is the natural Lancaster. I took some good photos of this on Facebook today, but it's got this like sweet shine to it now, which is crazy because it started off so dull. It started off like a dull suede, but like just look at that shine. I don't know. I have a theory of what's happening. I think my fat butt is compacting this grain so intensely. That's a good way to describe my butt. It's like compacting the fibers down, and then the action in my pants, like I guess I can't choose good words today. The natural polishing friction for me walking around while this is inside of my back pocket is giving it a nice shine, which is it's like surprisingly nice. I wish the Lancaster would get darker, like badly. The action in my pants. I've ruined this live stream. But I don't regret this wallet. I wish very badly that it would get darker. I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, maybe my pants don't have enough action in them. So I've been wearing this wallet for almost 100 days now, and I've been taking photos of it basically every day. And after 100 days of this, I'm gonna get another wallet. I might actually wear this one still. So it'd be cool to hear what you guys would like to see how it wears in, and I think it'd be fun to do like a montage of like a after the fact, like every day of what it looked like from 1 to 100. So if you guys want to see a particular leather be worn, I kind of wish you would choose a Herbie. I might do a Giant the Fox. But what leather do you want to see? Maybe like a Dublin or something. I hope we get to hear the tunes at some point. Hey, Jojo, if you listen to the 2 videos I put out earlier today, that's recordings of my band. The band's called Outrun the Sunlight. Let me drop that. You can see my ugly face on their website. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention Outrun the Sunlight too. In the mystery boxes, Outrun the Sunlight has contributed some vinyl and CDs, so you'll be able to check that out there. Outrun the Sunlight's kind of like a instrumental post rock, hard rock kind of band, metal. I'm not sure how you describe it. It's kind of post rock. If you're into post rock, you might really like Outrun the Sunlight. Yeah, reading back about the action in the pants thing. Whoops. Hey, Ben, good to see you, man. I appreciate you supporting us for over 3 years. That's crazy. That's a long time, and it means a lot. Oh, Al Johnson ordered a raw. What did you order in raw shell? There's only been I haven't been like promoting the raw shell because I want it to be special, and only a few people, not a few, less than 100 people have a raw shell something or other, and I've sort of been resisting putting it up as a standard item on our website, but I have a lot of raw shells that I've been sort of hoarding to keep as special stuff. I just ordered bees, starting a hive. Wow. That's crazy. Are you an apiary? Apist? Isn't that the beekeeper name? Are you a wallet hoarder? Do you normally hang on to your own wallets and admire the patina? Yeah, I do. That's like, it makes no sense why I would do that. But for some reason, I really like, if you like time lapse videos, that's how I feel about the patina on a wallet. Like I want to watch something like happen, even though, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like it doesn't do anything for you, but I just like seeing how it changes, So how Ashland started was that I was working at Horween Leather and I would cut little pieces of leather off and just put it in my pocket, the natural pocket action to see what would happen just from having it in my pocket and to see it change color and stuff. I was just obsessed with that, and I realized that I should just be making wallets. So I bought the book I linked a couple minutes ago and tried to teach myself how to hand sew leather. And 9 years later, there's a company that I have, and we've got 30 people on a live stream watching me talk about it. So that's crazy. By the way, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out here. I want to throw this down too. I'll probably be here for another 20 minutes. So let's hang out for 20 minutes. If you guys got questions, I'm happy to talk about anything. If you want to know more about the mystery box, I think you should be asking about that. Because there's some great deals in there. If you're like worried about like, okay, should I pick between the $100 bronze box or the $500 gold box? Like where should I be? I will point you in the right direction. In fact, Yeah, I'm sort of skimming the comments here. It's a mystery what's in the boxes, but I can give you a sense. Like if you tell me a little bit of information, I'll be able to give you a sense of where you want to be. Um, if you love the stuff and you got the money, spend as much as you can because it's worth it. For me, like I don't have a ton of money. I would probably buy the $250 silver box. Because that's like feels like a good amount for me to afford. $1,500 seems like too much for me to drop on a question mark. But if I was a big fan of all these brands, you're going to get the best of everything, and it's going to be worth well more than $1,500. It's worth it. That's kind of where I'm at, or I think a lot of people should be at. um, what color of shell should we expect from the boxes? So Bradley, that's a great question. They're random for all the colors. I'm trying to put in really crazy stuff. The more expensive the box, the crazier it's going to get. And I imagine that most people that are buying those more expensive ones are trying to get something unique. So I want to make it special. Even at the lower expensive, like a silver box that I pick for myself, even something down there, like you're going to get something very nice. It might not be like the rare color shell, but it might be a really beautiful piece of color 8, or it might be a really nice garnet shell, which is kind of rare. Like there's no rules for what colors are in there. I'm looking at it strictly as value. So like a $500 gold box is going to be worth $800. That's how I'm approaching it, and I'm trying to make it more exciting and more rare the higher tier you go. Hopefully that helps. Rose Anvil, your name seems familiar. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming to hang out. MAJ7, what's the story behind your hat? Seen you wear it in the past. You know what? I had a customer, interesting story. He bought a wallet from me and he was kind of bummed out about something. I forget what it was. He was kind of bummed out about it. And I was like, hey, I'm not here to rip anybody off. I'll give you your money back, and or you can come down and we can take a look at it together. He thought it was getting too dull. And I was like, oh, just come down and I'll show you how to polish it. And I polished his wallet for him. He was going to return it. And I was like, I'll still take it back, give your money back, no problem. And it had been worn, it's fine. So just trying to do the right thing. And I think he saw that I was just being real with him. And he sent me this hat as a gift for helping him. So this is a hat from Filson that he sent me. And I just really like how it fits. So I've been wearing it. I have another blue hat that has a shell cordovan band on the back, which is ridiculous. That one like kind of looks a little bigger. It's like it fits a little less nice. I like the way that one looks a little bit more. But honestly, like I've just been working too much to give a shit about how I look right now. So my hair is crazy. Haven't had a haircut forever, like everybody hasn't. So that's the story with the hat. Hope that helps. With red stitching in Dublin on the side. Oh yeah. Oh no, I didn't see your wall today. I saw some crazy stuff today. The next 2 days, you're going to see some crazy stuff in the daily videos. I got to be honest with you. I shot the one for tomorrow today, because I didn't want to have 4 videos in one day today. But there's some really crazy stuff coming for Friday. So if you like really unique shell wallets and stuff, check out Friday's video. I've been trimming. Jojo says a quarantine beard in full effect. I thought you were going to say neck beard, but I've been doing a good job not getting the neck beard. That's been a challenge. My beard was a lot longer, and I couldn't figure out how to trim it nicely myself. So I just knocked it all down. Quarantine does crazy things. Smokey the Bear prevent forest fires. I think that's what this is, but it's Filson. I don't know why they chose this. Whatever. I think it fits nicely. Excuse me. Same with the patina. Watching my natty shell vibes come along is a secret joy of mine. Yeah. it's fun to like have something that you wear every day that changes with your style, and it sort of like becomes part of your day. Um, it's like I use a Chicago comb, and every morning when I pick that up, it's like one of those things that's like satisfying to pick up, as opposed to like, oh, that it's like an annoying thing to look at. Um, there's something about that where like the wallet for me, and a lot of people tell me that they share this experience where it's one of those things they look forward to using. Like the smell of it is amazing. The feel of it's very nice. Just the way it wears in and the way it looks is very nice. Um, there's something special about that you don't get with like a nylon wallet. It just doesn't feel right. And something about these just like that feels right. And it's just satisfying. So that's cool. Where am I at? PJ, do the silvers have a chance of a fat Herbie? I've been itching to get one. Yes, PJ. My specific notes for silver, and these are notes that I'm writing to my team for packing boxes, specifically say one shell wallet, big. And by big, I mean it's not going to be like one of our one-shot card holders. It's going to be like a Herbie or a Tony or a John the Fox, like one of the actual wallets, and not just like a little card holder. So the silver will have something in there like that. I'm losing track of where I'm at. Euphemism for something. I've been wearing sweats for one full month. That's bad. These I'm wearing like these Levi jeans that are like 5% spandex. I've been wearing those for a month. Don't tell anybody. Actually, I guess I haven't. I've been wearing my like actual denim a lot, but I stopped because I don't know. They're like I'm sitting a lot now because I can't like go out and do stuff. And I find the firmer, tighter fitting denim to be like a little less comfortable to sit in all day. So I've been wearing these stretchy Levi's, like a old fat man. Quarantine bill, no trims. Yeah. Bill says if you don't score a fat Herbie in a mystery box, buy one anyways. I received my first one 2 weeks ago in shell. It's awesome. Wish I discovered it sooner. That's cool, Bill. What do you like about it most? And I'll tell you what I like. I wear my wallet in my back pocket, like you saw me pull it out from a few minutes ago. I just like that it lays flat. Like if you put all this content on top of each other, like all the cards, it's like sitting on a softball. So for me, a fat Herbie in the back pocket, I just think it's the best wallet. And I also, for some reason, like I don't know how much cash I have. I don't have a lot, but for some reason, the way that the cash is accessed here is just like the easiest to get in and out, and it's done. Like I don't have to like stuff it in there and like origami it back into place or something. It's just easy. And the cards, I noticed too, I'm a right-handed guy, so on the left, like I feel like these cards are the ones that are my main, and I feel like the ones on the right side are a little more awkward to get at, so I sort of de-emphasize my right side cards and emphasize my left ones as my main ones. So I've come to love the Herbie, and just find it easy and comfortable and great, and you get a huge piece of leather on the outside. It's cool. I'm curious to hear what you think about what you like about the Herbie. Let's see. Any interesting pattern print cordovan fat Herbies on the horizon? Yes, Max. I think I did a video a week ago where we did a gator cordovan Tony. So you might want to check out that. That was really interesting. And it was like black and color 8 gator, which is like absurdly crazy. I thought it actually turned out great. We're gonna try to work on some more unique shell stuff, and it's not easy, particularly now with the tannery not working. It's gonna be a little bit of time, so you gotta bear with us. But my main goal is to get you crazy awesome stuff. So and I know you like shell cordovan, so I'm gonna try to do that all the time. Nataku, you said what your real name was somewhere else. Is Ken or something? Phil, I want to tell you I love your products. I have wallets, watch straps, and key fob, and I've outfitted my dad with a wallet and watch strap too. That's cool. And Thank you for doing that. And by the way, part of this Makers United mystery box thing is like a way for me to thank you guys and a way for you to support not just me but all these other people that are makers in the city and healthcare workers. So it really means a lot. I don't think people realize how hard it is. How do I put this? Like it doesn't go over my head how significant it is for you to go on my website and take out your credit card and drop $100 on a watch strap. Like that's a really big deal. And I don't take that for granted. So um, I suppose my commitment to you is I just want you to be happy with it. So if you ever have any issues with, or if your dad has any issues with his stuff, just let me know. Cause that's a big deal, man. It still blows my mind, that I was making wallets on a couch by myself, reading that book I linked from Amazon, 10 years ago. And now there's 8 people that work for me doing that. And, I get the job to, I get the best part of their job is just like get to enjoy all the stuff they make because they're way better at making stuff than I am, and I just get to enjoy it. And I want you to do the same. So it's crazy. It's really crazy that maybe I'm being like weirdly modest or something, but I just think I'm kind of getting like weird about it. It's just crazy that somebody would like pay me to do something I love. So I suppose I've always wanted to do that, like playing music. But nobody really wants to pay for music. So it's cool that we found each other on the internet. It's meaningful. Renee says, would you sell a wallet that you've been using for a while and has patina? Yeah, I was just talking about that a couple of minutes ago. I think it might be cool for me to drop my raw shell Fat Herbie that I had worn that people seem to love. I was thinking about dropping that in one of the boxes. And yeah, I've got some stuff here that I've worn. It's kind of weird for me to sell new used thing because I think the new stuff's better. I do think that the original raw shell Herbie that I wore is so cool and special and has a good story that I think that would be worth sending in. But if it was just like my passport holder that I threw in a bag and it just looks kind of used, I don't think you'd be super pumped with that. I'd rather just like make you a new one, or I'd rather give you a gift certificate that says, hey, come to my site and you'll get anything for free. Like I'd rather do that than just like give you something that is filthy. Yeah. Yeah. Chris Glaze there has several Ashland wallets. I don't think he's trying to sell them, are you? I know you have a bunch of Herbies or a couple Herbies. But yeah, you've got gross body sweats. What else we got here? I swear every time, or L. Johnson says, I swear every time I pull my reverse shell wallet out of my pocket, I smell it. The Cordovan has this really interesting smell, and I've never been able to describe it. And I'll tell you this story. For years, like 8 years, 9 years, we've known that the smell is special and awesome. And I've been trying, and Dan, my business partner, have been trying to create that scent in a candle, because I think J. Crew made a candle around 2011, 2012 that had a picture of some Cordovan long wings on it. And it said, Cordovan scent. It did not smell like Cordovan at all. And it made us really angry. So ever since then, we've been trying to find somebody to make us a Cordovan scent. And we've not found anyone. So if you know a guy, let me know. I think a Cordovan candle would be crazy. And I also thought about doing some like sachets, like little bags, kind of like a potpourri bag, but make it smell like Cordovan. We could probably do that. But that's not super special. It'd be cool. Like if I can come up with a better way, I would do that. Where am I at here? Let's see. Chris, you're 100% off actual denim in Texas. Yeah, it's too hot. You know what's funny about that? I've noticed it got hot here in Chicago for like one day and then it snowed again. It was like 80 degrees and then snowed the next day. There's a bit of wet crocking that looks poor on light color leathers. And if you can look, I don't know if you can see, right in the center here, if you get your denim wet, or if you like sweat like a gross person like I am, and it rubs off onto the leather, it gives you the texture of the denim in the wallet, and it's not pleasant. I don't like this look, and I seem to get it a lot. And I think it's called wet crocking, as opposed to just like the denim rubbing against it. When it gets wet, it has a tendency to release color more quickly. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be wearing light color wallets in my back pocket in the summer anymore. I'm going to figure something out, because I don't really like the texture of the denim. If you can, I don't know if you know if you can see it. Get in there. See that? It's not great, and it's super zoomed in, but it's more subtle in person. Just this like denim texture that I don't love. And it's blue, right in the center. So that's from heat and moisture, and time. Yeah, let's see what else you guys got before we wrap it up here. Stretch Levi's for me too. Yep, I'm wearing those right now. What stuff from Defy? So Defy, we have. Let me check. I have a huge spreadsheet of items. All right, Defy. There's many gift cards from Defy. There's up to $250 gift cards, and like the cheapest one is still well over $100. I'm trying not to be too specific. And there's multiple bags from Defy, as well as 5 gear pouches. So there's a lot of stuff from Defy. And I happen to think the bags are really crazy looking. They're awesome. And like even the full retail price for those bags, I think it'd be worth it. So if you're into Defy, I suggest it. I really like their wax canvas stuff too, which is kind of weird for a leather guy to say, but they make nice stuff, and they make it all in Chicago as well. Let's see, where am I at? I keep losing my spot. I'm sorry. Bill says thinner than other wallets I've had. Blue shell is amazing. Yeah, the Herbie, even though I called it the Fat Herbie, is ironically thin. Chewy07 says, "What's up, Phil?" What's up, Chewy? I think I'm reading your name right. Chris is wearing a reverse Herbie. I remember your wallet. Dixie, hi from Atlanta. What's up, Dixie? Dixie Champagne. Interesting. Max Power ordered an English tan Dublin belt from Matt the other day. Dude, I'm not wearing it on these pants, but I've been wearing an English tan Dublin belt for the last couple of months. It's awesome. And I'm next week, if we can ship all these mystery boxes out, I'm going to be doing a big announcement on our new belts, and I'm pumped about them. They're awesome. I can't wait for you to check it out. Give me a week or so to figure that out. Kevin Boyer says, "Hey Phil, great idea and cost." Thank you, man. I hope you're able to participate. I hope you're able to get a box tomorrow. Really appreciate it. Noah says, "What you need is a robot that butt ages wallets in the shop." True. Chris says, "I have a really nasty ancient Herbie." He does. Chris has one of the oldest Herbies, I think. Chris, does your Herbie have the Ashland logo where it's like very big? Like we got smart and made our logo smaller, but it used to be like twice as big. I think you have a super old one that's like 9 years old. Osman, you're here. Still wait. Oh, man, I sent Osman, so the package you sent me was difficult to get because everybody was locked down when they sent your box to the post office instead of sending it to my workshop. It was hard for me to get the box, and then we turned it around and sent it right back. It must be a similar challenge to get it back across the ocean to you. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Let me keep reading your questions here, though. Dixie says he'll see what it can come up with. Recording candle scent warmer oil. That would be awesome. If you could do that, that would be crazy. I mean, I would buy that from you. I want a Cordovan candle. Osmond says, quick question. I've been dwelling for months about adding additional hidden pockets to my Fat Herbie order, but not sure if these could make them uncomfortable to wear as a back pocket wallet. Yeah, you're going to add 4 millimeters total to the wallet. And Monday morning, Chicago time, I'm not sure what time that is in where you're at, but I have 5 wallets with additional card slots that we just finished up that I'll be doing a video and putting up on Friday for you. All it is imagine that my credit cards here were another piece of leather and it gets stitched to that. So there's just a whole nother stack below the current card holders, and it's one thickness of leather. And we use roughly 4-ounce leather, which is about 2 millimeters thick. So if you did one on that side, it's 2 millimeters, and one on that side, it's another 2 millimeters for 4 millimeters when you close it. So that's not that bad. It depends. It won't be thick if you don't have a ton of cards, but maybe you want to just do one. But either way, just, email me and I can like get you the correct direction. We can pick thinner leathers perhaps if you're worried about it bulking up. We'll figure something out, man. Osmond, I appreciate you working with me on some other issues that I've caused you. So thanks for your patience. Max power, same. Oh, wait. Let's see where. Oh, I'm at the end here. Renee, love the Fat Herbie style. Definitely would love to see your used ones, Phil. Thanks, brother. Big fan of your artwork. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. Where do I put my? I think there's a banker's box behind me that has some of my used stuff. But a lot of my stuff's at the workshop, which we use as like props. Like I use that raw shell cordovan one every now and then when I'll do one of the daily videos and the raw shell comes out. I think it's nice for me to have that there and go like, oh, here's how it's going to look in a year. I think that's impactful. Will shell get that denim texture imprint? Bill, yes. Yes, it will. I've seen it happen. You don't really see it on darker colors. It looks like it how do I do that? There you go. So it looks like it might feel textured, but it's not. That's just color. So on a darker color, you'll never see that. But on this very, very light shade, it's apparent. So something like natural shell, you might see until the patina darkens up quite a bit. Something like black shell, you'll never see. Colorate, you'll never see. Most of the colors, you will most likely never see this. But I remember that particular day, it was hot and I walked 6 miles in the heat in some raw denim. So that gives you a sense. I think any amount of moisture plus a long time in raw denim with the leather that's a light color is going to give you that look, which you might not want. So anytime anybody is in Chicago again, like Chris or Noah, if you come out, we should drink this dog beer. It's really good. And maybe Noah, you should reach out to like redo their art because it looks like I made it. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Hopefully you're pumped about Makers United mystery boxes. I'm super pumped, and I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to sleep because I'll be thinking about how to pack 100 of these with 1,000 items tomorrow. So at noon tomorrow, this is a cool dog. It's like a bulldog. So at noon tomorrow, we're launching Makers United. Hopefully you're going to participate. Hopefully you're going to support us. It would really mean a lot. And I'm really glad that you guys are here to check out this video. If you've been following the channel, you'll notice that I kind of chilled out on the daily videos of all the different wallets. I used to do them every day. We're going to be doing that again. I'm going to get back in the swing of things. I've been distracted with Makers United. And I made a video today of daily wallets and had a lot of fun. Like, selfishly, I just really enjoy looking at all the different stuff. And it's always funny, like, because I edit all the videos myself too. And it's funny watching myself watch the wallets because of how, like, I can see myself getting excited about a leather I've seen every day for the last 15 years. So I'm still kind of pumped on it. And I noticed today, after a couple days off from doing those videos, I was really excited to do it again. So you can look forward to that. You can look forward to Makers United mystery boxes tomorrow. When it comes up, take a little bit extra effort to check out all the makers that are participating. The effort that they've put in to this project is not minimal. It's kind of a big deal to get products from these brands in a lockdown. Um, so them working with us to get you something special is really cool. It'd be meaningful for you to, or meaningful to me and to them for you to check them all out individually. People like Oak Street Bootmaker, Chicago Comb, Carpathia, Oak and Oscar, Chicago Pizza Summit, which I don't know if they'll be having a pizza summit this year. Dark Matter Coffee, the Thai Bar, so many great brands that are on board for this, and I can't wait for you guys to have them. So thanks for hanging out again, guys. I will do another live stream within the next week or so. So have a good one. All right, see you.